Hi, Rich Fulcher here for Rich Fulcher's TalkBox. We're taking the internets by storm. Now, if you've got a few moments, please press like, subscribe, or leave a 5-star comment. Is that too much to ask? Anyway, our next guest is a really funny comic. His name is Dane Buckley, and he's going to talk to us about his upbringing in Ireland and the UK, and also his new show called Darling. It's very funny, and let's check it out. Let's not waste any time. I'm going to watch. I'll burn the butter! Coffee. Kenny, did you book anyone this week? Or is it just me? I could do one by myself if you want. I don't know. I could do a puppet. Hey, Dane, you saved me.
I brought my own coffee.
Oh my God.
I'm
Have
back.
a seat. Can you do the pod?
I can if we fix this wire.
Okay, this
homophobic
is a
wire.
problem. This isn't a trick.
My God, you're trying to get me on my back.
Well, welcome
Thank
to this
you.
tricky show.
Now, here we are in the
How
basement
are
in
you?
Soho again.
Yes, I'm going to applaud you.
Thank you. Yes, that feels very respectful. That
I
applause.
like
I'd
applause.
like more passion in that applause.
Let's.
Oh wow!
Do
Gosh.
you remember Citizen Kane?
Yeah.
He has a point where he
Oh,
goes
God,
like
yeah.
this.
Oh my God! And that face you're doing right now, that is petrifying. Am I safe here? Is this
This is a safe space.
okay? Lone working policy. Go.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Go.
I love your voice. Your voice is amazing. You sound like John Malkovich.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that really? Are you just from Reading and you're an actor? Is this like a character?
No, I wish it worked. Some people do podcasts
Yeah.
in a character.
Yeah.
Not me.
No.
It's just
This is really you. Okay,
Yeah.
great. You've decided to sit a meter away from the mic. Shall I join you in that, or?
I just thought I speak loud sometimes.
okay. No, so do I. Okay.
No, this is good.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to take over. Let me try my blueberry latte.
Now, blueberry, that's an interesting flavor.
Disgusting. Okay. Fuck Gen Z.
Now, you're about to do a show.
I figured it'd be like, you're Gen Z. I was like, let's go with that. Yeah, actually. Yeah, I'm about to debut at the Edinburgh Fringe. So my first show ever, my first hour.
Darling. It's
Darling.
called.
Yeah,
Now,
that's right.
how did you come up with the name?
Because you just have to choose. Well, no, the real story is...
You have 5 minutes
Okay,
to come
yes.
up with a name.
Basically, yeah. And everyone in my family have always called me darling, and I wasn't sure. And then my sister passed away a few years ago, and her ghost apparently visited my neighbour. Now, my neighbour's a lovely person, bit of a tinfoil hat woman, believes like at any moment the aliens in the government are after you. Even if you've just asked like, have you seen the local newspaper or did you get my mail? She'll bring it back to like a theory about aliens.
Or the CIA.
Or like that theory about the sound bomb that can take over the world and it implodes. Anyway, she said my sister's ghost come to her, which I thought was quite rude because I was in that night. She could have come to me. Do you know what I
I
mean?
know.
There's things I would have liked, like what are the lottery numbers? What's Sinead
Hello?
O'Connor? What's Sinead O'Connor doing in heaven? Do I look slim from up there? You know. And I hadn't told her the names I was thinking about, and she said your sister was in the audience shouting "darling," clapping, shouting "darling," and I thought, well, now I have to do that.
Wow.
Tax deductible ghost. I have to go with that name. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
great.
Darling.
And it's short.
Exactly.
Everybody can memorize it.
Yeah, and also, I think once I hang around with people a lot, they pick it up because I call everyone darling. There's different ways you can use it. You can use it passive-aggressively. That's not what I said. I said extra small, please, darling, okay? Or you can use it like lovingly or people pick it up around me, I think.
I like the way there are different ways to use it.
Yeah.
Like a horn sometimes on a car.
Yeah.
You can honk it really loud. Or
I
you can
thought you
just
were going to go like battle horn, and I was ready to run with that, but a horn on a... Yeah, exactly. You've got the little lady beep. Beep, beep. That's a little bit rude. Or you've got like the really aggressive man beep, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll use it like that. Sometimes I speak some Irish. Sometimes darling in Irish is a store. So sometimes I'll swap over and say a store for Irish people. And There's different variants.
Now, is there a theme for the show? I like to say an overarching.
Yeah, I mean, it's my first show, so it's like my origin story, how it all began,
Mm-hmm.
But largely on the fact that I'm half Irish, half Indian and gay, and all of those identities intertwine are the source of a lot of my comedy, like coming out to my Irish relatives versus coming out to my Indian nan. But also, I was just raised by these amazingly strong, funny women on a council estate in northwest London. So my Indian
Aunties.
aunties, exactly, yeah, on both sides. And so when people say, who was your favorite comedian? I'm like, my aunties. You know what I mean? Like more than someone special. So it's about kind of a love letter to them, but also they're just really fucking funny.
Now, will they come to the show?
The dead ones won't.
The dead
Well,
ones will not.
I don't
This
know.
is press right here.
Well, do you know what? Let's not leave. Let's have a little Ouija board and let's see what happens. My sister's doing the rounds.
Are there any that are living?
Yeah, the mammy, but
Okay.
the Irish mother. But she did recently say to me, I'd love to come to Edinburgh. I mean, your show as well, but just to see the town. I thought, oh, that's nice. That's lovely, ma'am. Okay. Your clip about you's gone viral, but no, fuck that.
Now, you know there are a lot of ghosts in Edinburgh.
Yeah, because I've done the tours.
You have?
Yeah, they're great, aren't
yeah.
they?
You go underground.
These underground cities that people lived in.
And they walled it off because
Yeah.
even if people weren't sick, they just thought,
Too real.
too much.
Let's kill them off. Let's do like Interview the Vampire and brick them back up.
Well, if anybody got sick,
Yeah.
they would just do the whole family.
And on one of the tours, they had this recording, and it turned out the language was Irish because the Irish were poor at the time and were left to live in these underground places. So a lot of the spirits allegedly were Irish. So maybe I should go back there and commune with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll do.
Record it.
Let's see how they're doing.
Record it. Bring a camera.
See what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a spooky place, though, isn't it? Like the grave. I've did the grave tour there as well, and just it's known so much darkness and war, but in a glamorous way as well. You know, like the saying "It's raining cats and dogs" allegedly comes from Edinburgh because all the dead bodies, when it would rain, all the bodies of mice, cats, dogs would come down, running down that massive hill in the rain. So even that kind of darkness,
This is good.
Yeah. Okay, you seem a little bit too happy by that fact. That's scary, but yeah.
No, the very first festival I did, this woman came up to me.
Yeah.
She had a bottle of whiskey, and she goes, Edinburgh is the most haunted city in the world.
She was Polish, was she?
Yeah, it's my accent's terrible. But anyway, she was just telling me that out of nowhere.
It feels dark, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like if ever there is going to be a coven of witches, I think they should be Edinburgh-based because that lands. You're not going to be like Surrey. Do you know what I mean? That's not dark and powerful.
People will get that.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's my first time doing the full run. So.
And is this one of these? Have you been working on it for a while as a show, or is it just pieces of your stand-up that you've sort of cobbled together? And
yeah, probably more the latter. I think I was lucky because from the get-go I did a lot of tour support. So I just had like a strong 20 minutes that I'd bring all around the country. And really my hour is the expanded version of that because you had to cut, bits out left, right and center. So it's unfolded all of those 20 minutes and like it is a linear thing as well where I'm from, the Catholic school I went to, the priests, coming out to my Indian nan, my Irish mum, being brought up by my Irish mum, my summers in Ireland, my aunties, and all unfurls.
there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And also I started comedy later. Like, I can't imagine starting at like 21, 22, like, what do you really have to speak about? Do you know what I mean? As well.
That's right.
Yeah. At this stage, I'm dead in gay years. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I've got like free shows planned in me as well because this isn't even touching on my career, which is in social care. That'll be the next.
Well,
show.
that's another show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I've had to hold back on certain bits, and but yeah, no, I'm really excited. I've got a lot to say, and I enjoy doing it. It's fun.
Now, Catholic.
Recovering Catholic.
Really?
Yeah,
You're recovered?
Yeah, we're not a religious family. We love a candle, we love a drama, which I think Irish people are like that. If the football's playing, if it's politics, then we're really into it. After that, I love a candle, and that's about it. I don't know if I believe in the sky gods.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. But if I had to be in one, I'm glad it's Catholicism. Like growing up, the incense confession. What will my sin be? I can't tell him I fancy Christopher. No, I can't. Although he'd probably like that, And the stained glass windows, the mural of Mary.
Outfits.
The outfit. Being told off. This is true. I was an altar boy and I was fired for being too flamboyant with the incense. And that is a hard, that's a hard moment when you're fired by a man in a pink dress. Do you know what I mean? Like for
Yeah.
being too flamboyant. I was like, should we look at you actually, Father Eldridge? Because you're not a pillar of masculinity.
Well, what were you doing with the incense?
Well, you're meant to just be a little bit like apologetic, and I was a little bit more like Madonna's World Tour.
Okay.
I was like making it my prop.
I mean, like, I'm sorry.
You're meant to be like, yeah, ding a ding when they ring the bell. You're meant to like give it some of that, and I did lift it a little bit higher. I was giving it a little bit
Like
more
a
She-Ra.
rodeo.
Like a gay rodeo.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but we're an independent podcast, so sometimes we need to rely on your support. And one of the ways to do that is through Patreon. That's right. You can receive exclusive episodes. You can see them early. You can get your names on the credits. Yeah, as you'll notice. And many other things that we haven't even thought of. So if you want to do that, please get on my profile and we'll get right back to the episode now, okay? That's it.
And I did break open the candle box and steal from the candle box.
As one does.
As one does. And I always did it by the statue of Jesus, not by the statue of Mary, because I felt like she would have judged me more,
Of course.
And I did also rip out some of the pages of Leviticus because I didn't agree with their terms.
Right.
The whole going to hell, abomination, being with another man. I was like, no, that doesn't sing to me, actually. Let's edit these Bibles. So I had that rebellious streak from young. But I loved the drama, the smell. Because I think they have it in American Catholicism as well. We had a clicker, and 3 clicks was kneel, 2 clicks was stand, and 1 click is sit. So the nun would press the clicker and you would follow the order.
It's like dog training.
Like dog training, but what you can do is you can do that, and people would listen to that and they'd be, oh, look, we have to kneel now, we didn't realise. And the nun would be doing it back to get you back up. So I used to love to fuck with them. I don't think they do the clicker.
Dueling clickers.
Yeah. That should have been the sign as well. Like, we don't know when to kneel and stand. Is that a sign that maybe this is not all that?
Yeah, there's lots of,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had to do a couple of, I've been to weddings and stuff, and you don't know exactly what to do sometimes.
No. And also, like, you're not Catholic?
No.
So you don't know confession, right? You start that.
That's what I miss.
You start.
I would love that.
You start from a past life. You would love it. It's a great gig. It was my first stand-up gig, really. You start at like 6 or 7. And you get told obviously you're a sinner. We're all born in sin, obviously, and you're 6 or 7, and you have to go into the cubicle with this man.
The acoustics are great.
The acoustics are so good. They don't like if you check them out. You're like, hi. they get really arsy about that.
Excuse me.
Yeah. That's a sin. And my first one, I said, bless me, Father, for I've sinned. He said, what have you done? I said, I've done a lot. I didn't know what to say because I couldn't tell him the truth. I said, tell me the options. And I told you I've done them.
Right.
He said, did you have lustful thoughts about girls? I said, honestly, I haven't. Did you have lustful thoughts about boys? In my head, I honestly thought, like, that's rich coming from you. I knew I couldn't tell him the truth. I said, no, didn't have that. But I have stolen something because you have to give them something.
So
it's a deal.
yeah.
And I wanted to say, like, I've stolen the moment, but he wasn't my audience. I got that. So I knew I had to play ball. I told him the truth, which I'd stolen a My Little Pony set from a local shop called Woolworths, which is gone now. Do you remember Woolworths?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to love it. You could buy, like, CDs, shopping, super glue, sweets, everything. In one place.
Yeah.
And I'd been caught by Linda in Harrow Woolworths. She caught me stealing My Little Pony, Lickety Spitz, Princess Castle. And she said, I have to ring your mother. I said, don't tell her it's My Little Pony. She's not ready for that conversation. And when the woman rang my mum, she said, hi, Mrs. Buckley, your son was caught stealing. And she looked at me and she went, Optimus Prime, Transformers. And so that woman was an ally, a grass, but an ally. So shout out to her. Anyway, I told that to this priest. A growli. That's a great name for an app. I told that to this priest, and he said, well, you have to do 10 Hail Marys punishment. And I said, Father, I've not learnt the lyrics to the prayers. I just know the melody. Da, 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 da. And he said, well, what on earth have you been doing? And I said, well, I've substituted Madonna's like a prayer lyric. Because that made sense to me. He said, get out. I said, I'm going. A few weeks later, right, Father Eldridge was his name. A few weeks later, he looked like a Christmas gammon, just pink and angry the whole time. A few weeks later, he died. And I was walking around thinking, well, I killed him. Maybe my powers have come in. I hexed him. I've killed this priest, and I started to feel bad. And I ran to confession when we got the new priest, and I ran in. I said, bless me, Father, for I've sinned. I think I killed a priest. And the new priest said, I've heard. So, like, it completely confirmed
Word
everything
got
for me,
out.
which I was a little bit proud of. I thought, oh, gosh, my powers are here. The pagan gods are with me.
I would think
But-
when I confess, I would have to have something good.
Well, you had to have your fake alibi because you couldn't say
Yeah.
the truth.
No.
You could be like, well, I've ripped out pages from the Bible, stolen the candle money, and I beat up Amanda because she won the Madonna dance off. You couldn't say all that.
Right.
You had to be like, I disrespected the artist formerly known as Father. What am I like? You know, you have to water them down.
Well, I would be like, if I wasn't prepared, I'd be trying to make something up, and it would be lame. Like, I drank some water.
Water is very bad. That's sinful Protestant water. Yeah. Because also, even then, I was like, who are you? Why are you the messenger man? I'd like to speak with the direct management God. I don't know why the little man is intervening here. And I had that belief from very young, and I don't know why. But I'm glad I did, because I thought, well, you're just like a prop. You're not really, I want to speak direct. Is he, put him on the phone. Is he there? You know?
Yeah.
Because this system holds the people in power. But like I said, I love the drama because I would be a different person if I didn't have this.
And even whatever you said, wouldn't they just say Hail Mary?
You could
And,
honestly say, well, I ate a baby alive, and that's 10 Our Fathers. 10 Our
10 Our
Fathers. Right, okay. The bigger crime is I haven't learnt the lyrics. I hear you now, Father, okay. But my mum was very rebellious, because back in the day, only an Irish priest in England could sign an Irish passport. And my mum didn't grow up religious. And so when she knocked on the priest's door, she said, hi, Father, could you sign my passport? He said, sorry, Mrs. Buckley, I don't recognize you. The church doesn't recognize a divorced woman. So he was playing the game. And my mum put her foot in the door. And she said, do you not recognize me, Father? I saw you last week up on Hinds Road. You were walking towards the women's refuge late at night with a little bottle of whiskey in your pocket. And he said, come on in, I recognize you now, Mrs. Buckley.
Oh.
So I learned from the cradle the game to play, and I'm so glad I had like a wireless Celtic mother.
She knew how to do it.
Exactly.
Pull the levers of power.
Yeah, I didn't word it like that, but I love that. There was another time she brought someone who had a baby out of wedlock. She was a 17-year-old woman, and it meant a lot to the woman that the baby was baptized. And my mum brought the woman to the priest because it's what the woman wanted. And the priest said, I can't baptize that child. That child's a bastard. The mother and father aren't married. And this woman was distraught. And my mum said, if the definition of a bastard is the mother and father aren't married, wouldn't that make Jesus a bastard by that definition? And I just remember the priest saying, get out of my church!
Oh, my God.
And we didn't have finger clicking back then, but in my soul, that's what I felt. I thought, I'm so glad I've been brought into this lineage. You know?
Do you feel like you've taken a bit of your mom in terms of dealing with authority?
100%, yeah. Like some comedians make bits up, don't they, about what their parents say. I have to edit down.
Oh, right,
yeah, I have to edit down because my mum she has that Gaelic gift for just clapping back and saying something so funny. But what's lovely about it, and a bit different from the British gift, is that she's not aware of it.
Right.
So in my family, if someone has a lovely pair of legs, she'll say, what a fine pair of understanding. Now, that's so clever and beautiful, but she's not aware of that. And if you become aware of that, it ruins it.
What about cursing? Is there expressive
There
cursing?
is, but then she does tie in religion. Holy Mary, Mother of God. Didn't I fucking tell you to stop swearing? So I think, there's a lot of that. I loved it.
And you'd say, to our fathers.
To our fathers. And we love cunt in my family. We use it as a term of endearment. We call someone cunty. Don't be cunty, you didn't make me tea. We use it. We've watered it down.
See, in the U.S.
I know, they get very upset.
The C
You
word.
can kill people with a gun, but don't say the C word.
Please don't. But wasn't there a time when the Lord's Prayer was an actual song that was released?
Oh, yes.
I think it was a pop song.
Cliff Richard released it, yeah. It's
Yeah.
doing nothing for the religion, is it?
Yeah.
Like the way that those kind of cold Protestant melodies as well. Like, have you ever been to New Orleans?
Yes.
I went to a church once because someone told me the brunch was great, and I'm a whore for carbs. And I was like, I could get into religion if it was a gospel choir. It was amazing and so beautiful. I was like, they need to bring this to the UK. I don't know if Hilda from Watford can carry off this song, but they should try. There's something beautiful about that I could get behind.
It's something to go to church for.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than like colours of day draw into the night.
Click.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is there a fourth option for kamikaze? Like, as opposed to like, you know, midnight train to Georgia. You could really hear it in their marrow. Yeah. The costumes, it was gorgeous. And also, like, if you have a faith, you should be moved to hit that note and to project, you know?
You know, in New Orleans, when I went, they had an actual drive-through where you could get Hurricanes, which is this alcoholic drink.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say a drive-through confession. That would be great.
Oh, that would
it?
be good. That would be a very LA thing.
They had a drive-through off-license liquor store.
Yeah.
Right. I went, do you know what a jazz funeral is? It's like...
Oh, yes. They start out slow.
And they walk through the town. I went when Prince had just died, and there was a public jazz funeral for Prince. So I was in that jazz funeral.
That's great.
And it was amazing. Again, this is how we should do death. Like part celebration, part music, part food, part honor the spirit in that way. I loved it.
So I went to Mardi Gras, but I have been told that the best thing to go to for in New Orleans is Jazz Fest.
Yes. Yeah, I went. It was amazing.
Oh,
it was absolutely amazing. Yeah, the food, the music. And I saw a gospel choir there. I'm trying to think of the name. I think I saw Buena Vista Social Club at the Jazz Fest.
Classic.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
And they have different tents, right?
Yeah. Different tents, different. They have headliners. They have smaller bands. I also didn't know that people really speak like that. There were people from Louisiana really speaking like that. And
you end a sentence with a question.
And sometimes like throwing in the French word, mon cher. I was like, oh gosh.
Mon Dieu.
But then people would be like, well, I didn't know people had an accent like that. And they would do my accent. Hello. And I was like, sorry, that's not who I am.
Yeah, that's grating.
I'll never forget a woman said to me, I love y'all accent. Where are you from? New Zealand? And I was like, oh my God, this woman just made up a country, and I was obsessed.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. And I said, yes, I'm from New Zealand. Australand. And I asked the woman on the bus tour, where's the best place to get fried chicken? And she said, my house. And I said, really? She went, my house. And she stopped by her house and had her mum bring out a bit of chicken for me. He from New Zealand. He wants to try fried chicken. It was gorgeous. Although I will say Voodoo's fried chicken was amazing. I did a cooking course while I was there.
You did?
Oh my God, I love food.
And what about
butter,
what is it called?
roux, jambalaya.
Jambalaya is hard to make.
Everything's hard. Everything starts with like burning a butter. I don't know. Did cooking happen by mistake there? Were they busy?
Yeah, he left the pan.
There's a brown butter. There's a black butter.
I burned the butter. I swear.
Oh my God, what a great sentence. And so we did jambalaya, we did red rice and beans, and we did etouffee. Oh my God, that was gorgeous.
I tried to make red rice and beans here, and I couldn't get the right ingredients.
Yeah, because English people are going to hear that and say, sorry, red beans and rice. But what they really mean is an andouille sausage stew with red. It's amazing, isn't it? You can't get any of those things. You'll see a stupid recipe saying, just swap chorizo. Well, that's not the same, Nigella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd say Jamaican food is on par with New Orleans. Like New Orleans food, like that kind of soul food. But there's something special because New Orleans food has the French cooking backing, like roux, butters and herbs, but then brought in all the African influence as well with spices and fire and the Spanish influence. So it's a real amazing food.
Hodgepodge.
Oh, in the best possible. That's why I went. I went for the food, but the music and the jazz got me.
Yeah.
I could live there.
Really?
I fell in love with everyone. The ghost tours, the vampire tours. You're talking about haunted places.
I know. I think it's one of those places, though. It's nice to visit, but maybe it would grate on you after a while.
Well, not in. You go, okay, Mr. Reality, fine.
I don't want any more chicken.
Yeah, I'm sick of the swamp tours. Because the French released boars in the swamps. So there's boars in the swamps. So the whole time I felt I was on acid. Yeah, wild pigs in the swamps.
Oh, I thought you meant boring people.
Can I talk to you about chess? Just in the middle of... The whole time I felt like I was on acid. I was like, are you seeing a boar fighting a crocodile over there? And they're like, yeah, I am. I was like, okay, fine. I didn't know. It's so lit. It's so magical, which is why I took myself. And also, it's very multicultural, because I lived in LA for a while. It's very multicultural in a way that the rest of America isn't. People mix in a way that it feels more European.
Did you go to the cemetery that's underground?
I did, because that's the...
below sea level?
I did every single thing on that list on TripAdvisor. Because the mother of hoodoo and voodoo is there. What's her name? Mary Laveau.
Gugu?
Mary Laveau. She's buried there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I did the walking tour of the graveyard.
Because there's that film, Easy Rider. And there's a famous scene where they're all tripped out in
Yeah.
that cemetery.
Oh my God, is that there? I don't know if I've seen that film.
You've got to watch it.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, I don't know if it reads as well now,
Yeah.
but it was seminal
Yeah.
when it came out.
Was likewise Interview with a Vampire.
Yes.
Anne Rice was the first person to link vampires with New Orleans, and now it's forever a thing. But it does feel very magical and special, and it's known so much darkness around slavery and war and fire riots.
There's a lot of spiritual things going on. Do you know Anne Rice's middle name is Red Beans and? That's a joke I just made up.
Started believing you halfway through, and I was like, "No shit! You must be so happy that I raised this topic to bring it back."
You in.
Wow.
I did the whole thing just for that. No.
I'm sorry to keep. I guess I'm from New Orleans Tourist Board here today. Visit Louisiana.
No, but you're right. It does. A lot of America. Well, L.A. is like there's nobody from L.A. They're all.
No. When I was in LA, people would say to me, "Is that your real accent? Are you an actor preparing for a role?" I was like, "No, bitch, I'm from New Zealand. This is my real accent."
But I bet people were really intrigued by your accent.
They were, but there were people I met. They're like, "Hello, I'm an actor," and I was like, "Are you from Long Beach?" They were like, "Yeah, I'm just doing this accent. It's a thing." I was like, "Oh my God, we kill those people in England."
I'm French tonight.
Yeah, tonight I'm French. I like LA as well. I love the Griddle Cafe, their stuffed pumpkin. I base my destinations on food.
L.A. Oh yeah, the diners there are pretty good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Same in New York. The first time I went to Cat's Deli. Oh my God. I gave Sally from when Sally met her. I gave her a run for her money because they filmed that scene in Cat's Deli with a fake orgy.
They did.
Yeah, I gave her a run for her money. There wasn't a dry seat in the house afterwards. I'd finished the food.
Do you think everyone's doing that line in the deli?
Well, listen, they should be. But to be honest, you're too busy. The pastrami sandwiches are like that.
Yeah.
And to a European, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to need a colonoscopy after this. This is ridiculous.
There is too much portion-wise in the U.S.
And as a traditional fatty boom boom, I would say I'd like more bread, please.
Yeah.
I want my carbs.
Yeah.
This much meat and this much bread. I want it the other way around.
They want the meat like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, during all these stops,
Yeah.
did you do stand-up along the way?
No, I hadn't started comedy then.
Oh,
That was
wow.
back- yeah. I only started comedy in 2022.
That's quite recent.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
That's
after
4 years.
4 years. Yeah, neither of us
That's
got the best
only
power.
4. That's a whole
Yeah.
World Cup.
Oh, you've lost me now. That's the whole distance between
That's a
Madonna
whole
albums.
Olympics.
Yeah. Still the sport. Do I give you sports?
Okay, sorry.
That's a Lord of the Rings franchise reboot period. There we
Yes,
go. I'm back
yes.
in. Yeah, I started after lockdown. I think lockdown made a lot of people question if they're doing the thing they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, I do like social care, but I've always had this secret dream of comedy. I was doing impressions of my nan to my nan, my Indian nan when I was 5. Do you know what I mean? But I just thought I was kitchen sink funny for my friends. But then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try it. I've kept my hair. I've got oily skin. I can go out there and do it.
How did you decide, though, because you always had this feeling, but
Yeah.
how did you actually actualize it?
I signed up to a course at the Comedy Store, and then lockdown happened, and it was cancelled. And I spent all of lockdown, I had a sheet for every subject, being chubby, half Irish, half Indian, day centres from a
that's
council
good.
estate. And then when they'd come in, hecklers, one-liners, because sassy gay man, I've been dealing
Catholicism.
Exactly, yeah. I've been dealing with hecklers since the day I was born. So I had lines ready, you know? And then when lockdown finished, I ran out and did the course and loved it. And people laughed back who weren't my family, because that's what you want.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I love this so much. And then I got bitten, and my first year, I did 300 gigs. I hit it so hard.
Holy crap.
Off the curb rang me and said, do you drive? Do you have 20 minutes? Do you want to do tour support for Tom Allen?
Do you drive?
No, I didn't at the time. I lied. I said, I have 20 minutes, and
Why did they want you to drive? To drive Tom Allen?
No, with tour support is where you can't be reliant on trains. You know what the tours are like. If on Monday you're in Aberdeen and Tuesday you're in Belfast, you're like, fuck, you know. So I lied. I ran out and I did an intensive driving course in a week. And I stretched my 17-minute set to the end of its life.
Did you pass?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Second time. Because a lot
second time.
I know, because a lot of people don't pass the first
Thank God
time.
for credit card. It was like $2-3 grand. on debt. I was like, there you go. Yeah, no, because I'm going to do Tom Allen more. And I was terrible. I had 17 minutes. I forgot to introduce him on my first one. I did my 17 minutes and walked off, and then I had to come back, and I was like, I had one job. One job.
Ladies and gentlemen, Am Talon. Or did you ever get the city wrong? Hello, Cleveland.
I think
We're in Liverpool.
Some of the Welsh ones I didn't even try. I was like, you lot. I didn't even try. And also, once you're doing night after night, but I loved it, and it was the making of me. And the next night, I had 17 and a half minutes, and then I had 18 minutes. And also, I'm not going to turn down. You don't say.
Oh, no.
So many people said to me, well, you're not meant to. You have to go up via 5,
No.
10. And I was like,
See,
that the rules of who you follow is for you. I don't follow the rules.
Showbiz has no rules like that.
Yeah.
People try to put rules on you.
And those people stay doing open mics.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And also, as the who I've been, I've never listened to the rules. If I'd listened to the rules, my upbringing in church would have been very different. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And I have that thing in me. I'm like, oh, you told me I can't do that? I'll do it twice in heels. How about that, bitch? Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Now, when you said that you were prepared for heckle, do you think when you started out, you were a little bit like a little aggressive immediately, expecting to be heckled?
I think I really was great with hecklers from school because there must have been other gay guys, but none of them would challenge the bullies. And I had this policy, which was I had to kick back. They couldn't see me cry. Obviously, I'd run home then and eat carbs and listen to Tori Amos to 2 a.m.
Yes.
But they couldn't see that in the moment, you know. So I come up in the year of your mum cusses. They'd be like, you're gay. I was like, I am, because with your mum last night and she turned me. Then I had to run.
Nice,
You know?
nice.
Your mum's like a bowling ball. People finger her and throw her back down the alley where she came from. And then we ran.
That's a good one.
You know, I had hundreds. Because I thought I can't fight 20 lads, but in the moment I can make them feel this big using humour, and then we run. And luckily I had my mother's skill of sass and my father's skill of running away from responsibility. So I was able to do it.
That's great. And there's that pause when they just process it.
And some of them were so dumb. 2 days later, they're like, hang on, you said,
Hey!
So, and then foolishly, my third gig was King Kong at the Comedy Store. Yeah, which is like, other comedians were drinking shots, so they were so nervous. I'm like, why are you nervous? Then it began, it's a gong show, and the heckles are massive. But I think there is a breed of straight laddie man that goes to that doesn't mind a gay man if you can be a lad and clap back, if you can hold your own. Mm-hmm. If a lad says, you want to top me, and I'm like, you can top a jam jar, my love. They respect that in that laddie way. So I was ready for that, actually, and I had a great time. And I won the King Kong when I did it, and so I was quite ready.
But in a way, you had been training for this.
100%. 100%. I was
Whereas
ready.
a lot of comics, maybe they didn't necessarily do that, sort of.
Be bullied and born into a faith
That's
that hates you.
You got to be bullied.
You do.
Yeah.
I remember being bullied and thinking, gosh, this is great because either I'll be a comedian or a female singer-songwriter. I don't want or someone with IBS or all three.
One or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought, thank God, because I can tell you, Alanis Morissette would have had bullying and it made such a great album. That was my thinking.
Well, I mean, her songs are great. That one song, because she was jilted.
Yeah, you ought to know.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I know.
You ought to know.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm hearing is you liked it less when she started thanking India and all of those other songs.
No, I still like those, but,
Okay.
The
pain, the visceral Sinead O'Connor, PJ Harvey pain. That's what I wanted.
Isn't that true with most artists? They start from a position of pain, and then you make some money, and then you get
I
a
don't
little
know if
bit.
Sugar Babes come to it from that point, but
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
some of the pop bands do.
Yeah.
But the singer-songwriters do. But
Yes, Atomic Kittens.
this song's about pain. It's called Whole Again. It's about fighting the system and the patriarchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I made a decision. I could have hid being who I was, but I had my mother's DNA. And I was like, no. And Irish people have a long tradition of standing up to their oppressors. And I thought, because the way my head works is, if I look back on this, and of course I'll do a dramatic montage hourly, because I'm a gay man. If I look back on this, and in the moment I defended myself and held my own, I can hold my head high. Because I look back and think, well, there's nothing else I could have done. I'm proud of myself. Had I dwelt in the shadows, which no judgment, but had I done that, I would be a little bit annoyed now. And I actually reached out to all these lads, and of course they're all sound lads.
Plus,
now.
it would have come out in some weird way if you had
Yeah.
repressed.
Yeah, it would have. I would have been into football or something. Had a Tamagotchi or something weird like that, you know?
Golf.
Oh my God, golf.
You would have been a golfer.
One of the things my school did for a week was we got a new sport. It's called orienteering. You get lost. We got lost us in the forest, and you had to find your way back. I was like, running through the forest. That's a Tuesday to me, love. Do you know what I mean? The village is chasing me. That's the one time I was good at a sport. But the head of the bullies recently slipped into my DMs, and he's actually luckily kept his hair and grown up to be attractive. And we're exploring those options now to see what comes of that.
Wow.
Because that's the ultimate revenge, isn't it? To make him bottom.
Exactly. No,
How sorry are you?
Bottom was another show.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of shows, I can see your life as a show.
Oh, yeah, well, hopefully, yeah, thank you. Well, I mean,
Be ready to pitch.
Oh, wow.
This is the podcast.
That was homophobic. As you said that, the flag fell.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
God, sorry, I was joking about the breed.
That's the sign.
So, yeah, I've got a lot to say, I think. And also, when people hear about my mix, they're like, Irish and Indian, that's unusual. Because I don't think they think Irish people could mix with an ethnic group. But no, we can. We have that ability, you know? Because my parents come over here in a time where there were signs in London saying no dogs, no blacks, no Irish, right?
Right.
We know who wrote those signs, English, white, Protestant cats. But the minute me being born is an act of rebellion from two nationalities that were going through stuff, you know?
So let me get this straight. You were born in Ireland.
No, in London.
You were born in London.
Yeah, Irish mother, Catholic Indian father.
And did you ever move to Ireland?
Yeah, my mum didn't want me growing up to be too English, and so she'd send me to Ireland for my summer holidays.
Well, that's good.
Try and get the colonizer out of me.
Get a little of both.
Exactly. I sang rebel songs from 5 years of age. Like, I didn't know what they meant. Other kids were doing nursery rhymes, and I was like, "Oh, the rifles of the Saxon enemy," just knocking out these ballads.
And their guns.
Oh my God, that was our hymn in our house. Every time we'd have a drink or a family party, the Cranberries were on.
What was your biggest musical influence? Did you like...
You're going to be really shocked to hear this, but strong women. So
Right.
singer-songwriters, Stevie Nicks, Joni Mitchell, Kate Bush, Sinead O'Connor, PJ Harvey, Tori Amos, all of those, Bjork. Strong women that grab the mic and say, "Listen up, bitch," you know? And also extremely talented vocally.
Beyonce?
Yeah, pop later. Pop had a different thing.
Yeah.
Pop had dancing. But sitting in your room, rocking yourself, you can do that to Beyonce, but it's much better to the Cranberries.
Right.
Isn't it? Like to sing Belt Out Zombie and have your sisters and your mum on harmony. So that, I also loved Irish music. And then also a lot of, just because London, when I grew up, a lot of reggae I used to love as well, because you got to have some downtime.
Reggie.
You know what I mean? That's funny.
No, that's interesting because I'm trying to get my kids to just listen to music.
How old are they?
13 and 10.
Right, so they're at that age, especially the 13-year-old, where they won't do what you tell them.
Yeah, exactly. They don't do anything.
Is the 13-year-old a boy or a girl?
Boy,
Oh,
two
okay.
boys, yeah.
Yeah. How are you going to do that? Because how my mum did it was like, you can have the day off school if you want to come and see Sinead O'Connor. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh, that's what I
You
should
know what
do.
I mean? Yeah. And so she was like, it's an illicit thing, but you can have a portion if you want. And I loved it. And I was like, yeah. But also, Sinead O'Connor's amazing. So there are like, the youngins now, they're like real youngins. There are 12 and 13-year-olds suddenly discovering Fleetwood Mac and stuff.
I love that when
Yeah, me
it's
too.
somebody that you liked as
Although I hate
well.
when they're like, Dane, this is called Fleetwood Mac. I'm like, I will skull you, little prick. I was singing to this before your dad was born. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Dad, what's Steely Dan?
What's a Steely Dad? What's
Well-
a Dire Straight, Dad?
Yeah.
So,
What's a Beatle?
well, that is a great question. I mean, how do you explain a Bjork to a 9-year-old?
Yeah.
Like, we still don't know what it is, my darling, but we love it. Yeah, because if I had kids, I don't, and I don't think I want kids, but if I had kids, I would hate if they were like, I just like straight man acoustic guitar music and maths and pussy.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, great. Or what about witches and acoustic folk and like ayahuasca? What about that? You know?
Yeah.
But I feel like my child would rebel and just be like into Pythagoras' theorem or something like that. Do you want to die alone? Is that what you want?
But I'm surprised constantly what my oldest knows.
Right.
Like they really do take in a lot of stuff.
Because they've got the internet now. We had to go to the library in our day. Like we had to.
But they have to learn all the stuff
Yeah.
that we knew as well as the new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a big burden on them.
Oh, well, don't be born now.
Yeah. What's the goal? You're going to do the show and then you're going to tour the show?
Hopefully, if it goes well, yeah. I do.
It's going to go well.
Thank you. But I do a podcast called Welcome to Hell, and that's doing really well. So I do that.
Welcome to Hell.
Yeah, with Daniel Fox, and we're kind of besties anyway, and we met and we would chat so much. We said, why don't we just do a podcast instead of 200 WhatsApp messages a day? And we did it, and it's going really, really well. We've done a little tour, and it's
of your podcast.
Yeah,
Kenny, we got to do that.
I mean, I hate mentioning, but also we were top 10 app on the Spotify. Thank you when we come out. But yeah, it's going
wow.
Well. It's going well. Just two friends having a kiki, I think. But yeah, so
Kiki D.
All right, Dad. I do like Kiki D, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Now, but yeah, I've got a 3-show plan. I've got 3 shows. So my first show is Darling, my origin one. My next show, Coffin Dodgers. I used to run a day centre for Irish elderly for 10 years.
Oh.
So, and I'm developing a script about that now. So that will be that. And gorgeous 200 Irish religious pensioners who are just so inclusive, you know?
Coffin Dodgers. I love it.
And then my third show will be like my first stand-up show of like dating and what's life like. And that's going to be Dead and Gay Years. That's my third show.
Oh, that's good.
So, and then I've got my free show and then working on the Coffin show, the script and my podcast. That's enough to be getting on with.
Or you could also say 2 feet in the grave.
That is funny. Although I feel like as a gay man, I was like, no, let's put off this death. It's aging. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's try and because they used to say that my pensioners that I give them like young energy and they would give me energy and we'd like all keep going. Mary, you can't die because I can't fit into my suit and I might meet my husband at your funeral. So try and die November time.
So it was your goal, your remit, to say to these women to keep them alive?
I think I'm not the stereotypical person who runs a day centre, like a chubby camp, like beautiful gay man, you know. And so they'd never met my like, and so that energy worked really well. We'd be doing day trips to Paris, or I'd be by their bedside when some of them would be dying. Yeah, I'd be by their bedside though when some of them were dying, and we'd make little jokes and had great fun together because people can be really funny in their last moments. And some of my first jokes were written to make these people laugh. Like I worked with this gorgeous man called Seamus who was dying of liver cancer. He said, Diane, will you go out and buy me a cheeky wee girly magazine? And I ran out and bought a straight porno magazine. When I brought it back to the hospice, he said, oh, Diane, I meant cheeky girly magazine like a wee crossword or a recipe for a week. So we giggled about that so much. And those scenarios are...
But I'll take that anyway.
Yeah. She ain't Catholic, I can tell you that. And so those moments are gorgeous because I love humour tinged with a darkness. And that's what my shows are about. And that's what I think people that work in social care have really dark humour. So that will be the vibe. But also they were just so gorgeous. Like, Dan, I don't care that you're Homo sapien and proud. Do you know what I mean? They'd get everything slightly wrong, but was so lovely, you know. Brought them to gay pride. And I remember Mary Murphy grabbing the mic from Ian McKellen saying, what do we want, gay rights? When do we want it? After the bingo. Those two worlds coming together. So, which is why I'm developing something with production company now, because I'd love to get their story.
Yes.
And that generation of elderly have seen everything. They don't care. They've seen everything, and they're so fun.
Well, they're at a point in their life where it's just like,
Yeah. I don't care if he's broccoli. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I love that, and they're my favorite people. And I had to leave that job to start comedy because I was like, I could do this for the rest of my life. I love them so much. I brought 60 pensioners to Paris. And what you do on a day trip, it's very clever, but what you do is you count the empty seats. You don't count the people. Counting the empty seats is much quicker. Now, on the way to Paris, there was one empty seat. And on the way back, there were no empty seats. So I had to walk up and down a bus of people with early onset dementia saying, Fiona, do you feel like you were here on the way of the trip? And she was like, I couldn't tell you. Am I Fiona? And so I had to work my way, and eventually we found a woman. I was like, hello, and she was French. I was like, oh, we've kidnapped this bitch. We've kidnapped this. I said, what did you do? I used Google Translate. She's like, I got on the bus because I thought it was mine. I was like, we're at Calais, my love. I had to bring her daughter to come and get her. So
I thought you were going to say, this is my new lover.
Although I tell you what, they do surprise me. We were doing a day trip to Cornwall. One of the service users, he was like 80, gay man. He was on Grindr. He joined Grindr. I wouldn't be speaking with my service users on Grindr. He messaged me on Grindr from the bus to say, I'm sorry this is inappropriate, but someone's at the back has shat themselves. and I don't want to embarrass her. And this is the only discreet way I could tell you. And I thought that was both crazy and beautiful.
Joined it on the trip.
I think he must have been on it anyway, but was being professional.
No said.
Such a lovely thing. I think the smell let us know that discretion was not needed. Us running down there, wet wipes and bags and like Lily of the Valley spray.
Right.
But I thought, what a world we live in now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Because all the pensioners now, that are coming up, they'll all be tech savvy.
Oh my God, exactly, yeah. I mean, STDs are the highest now in 60 plus people. 60 years of age.
Yeah.
And we definitely had trips where we found people in the bathroom with not their partners while their partner was on the trip. And I was like, hun, dementia stage 1 ain't gonna, you know what you're doing in this one. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, isn't it? And good on them. Go out with a bang. That's how I want to do it.
Well, I read somewhere that over 80 is the fastest growing population.
Wow. Great. Yeah, but you want to do a caveat to that is like ideally not shit yourself weekly. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? That's my line.
Yeah. Not weekly.
But they made me feel they gave me such life. And they said that I gave them life. It was a lovely combination, you know?
And have you noticed in the media now, there's so many things about older people, the Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah, which I loved.
That Ted Danson show.
But do you know what's heartbreaking is that day centres are getting fucked over and losing funding. And day centres, where people are independent, they just come for bingo and a dance and a movie and lunch, they hold people at a medium level of need. And with them being taken away, people get lost in society and won't be known to the services until they're a high level of need, until they're walking down the road with mental health issues. And it's so sad because day centres are so pivotal. But sorry, I've suddenly got really
No.
But the funding cuts are so affecting of that, and day centres are disappearing left, right, and centre. In response to that, something that's good is community pop-up stuff happening. You know, like trips and stuff happening in a local cafe, or young people being like, I'm going to befriend a local person on my street, and there's nice stuff like that. But the community shouldn't have to carry that fully, you know.
No.
So I really want to do that show to show the humour and resilience, but also like a bit of the awareness for that for my second show. But that'll be my second show. Only
That's
my
your
first
second.
show. Only my first show does well.
You've got this all planned.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got much time left.
And what's the third show?
Dead and Gay Years.
Yeah. Oh.
So that'll be my first chance where I don't have to do the backstory. It can be like me dating. You know, all of that kind of stuff. So I already know that the poster will be me in a club, but maybe as like a zombie, like an arm falling off, but I'm lifting the arm up dancing, you know? So, because
the incense.
Like the incense, good callback. Because I should have been doing this. I've wanted to do this for years. So I've hit the ground running. I've, got a plan, you know?
I like that.
And the world has been good to me. I've been so lucky with tour support. I've been so lucky with like word of mouth stuff. And, I recently got to be on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, which meant the world to me because I grew up watching that, and that gets you more followers and gets you noticed.
Anytime you get on those shows.
Yeah, because TV is so different now, you know.
And are you good at marketing? Are you good at social media and all that?
Yeah, I think I'm quite good. I've got the Indian genes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much more you could always be doing at any moment, and I'd love to be knocking out more sketches, but I'm busy. I also like to sit in a room and mouth breathe and eat carbs and scratch myself for at least 2 hours a day. You know, I need my downtime.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you one of these people that's always writing? There's an idea every day you come up with.
I am, but not in a like notepad way. I write on voice a lot, so I have to do so much driving for comedy. I'll be doing 4 hours driving today. I'll record bits as I drive. Not a safe drive, I wouldn't say, but I'll record audio files while I drive.
So you just press it on record.
And something that I popped into my head, I'll do on voice.
Steering wheels are weird.
No, not based on the journey. But
okay.
No, but he's like, I remember the time my nan did this. Let me do a bit, and I'll mock perform it. And so I think, because that's a way you can write. Do you remember Talking Heads by Alan Bennett?
Yeah.
All of those monologues are so they feel like they're written on voice instead of at the paper. I feel like the camera pressed play and be like, the thing about last Tuesday was A, B, and C. When you write in voice, it's a bit different.
See, I believe in that in theory. But I'm terrible about talking when I'm with myself.
Right. Well, you've met me, though, and I think you can imagine I'm great. I could talk to the cows come home. And also, especially if you're doing something in an accent, because all my family members have a different accent, or my pensioners and stuff, I want to hear their voice and bring it to life. And sometimes the jokes come out of that. Just freeballing, just going for it and saying that stuff, it come out of that. And then I go home and I'll be on the laptop and I'll narrow it down. But I think it's really good to have your...
That's good.
It's how I do it. And it's good to have your time off.
Go ahead.
My parents are hippies. And currently this week they live in Koh Samui in Thailand. And so I go out there a lot and see them and do those things as well because you need your time off. You know?
Have they taken ayahuasca?
No, but she does make CBD oil for the neighbour's arthritis. And the villagers call her the beautiful witch because she often brushes the veranda and has a broom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She'd be fine with ayahuasca, though, but she's tried other stuff. She's more the branch of hippie that loves Enya and a crystal rock salt deodorant. Mm-hmm. You know?
And a nice...
Nothing she doesn't think black cumin seed oil can do.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Could have stopped COVID. I don't know if you know that, but yeah.
Crystals?
Crystals, definitely crystals, stones, magnets, a lot of magnet work.
Because I had Dan Tiernan on recently.
Oh, okay.
And he's doing a show about crystals.
Oh, how funny. That doesn't seem on brand for him, but I love that he's gone down that route.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said it saved him in many ways. Yeah.
Right. You see, because I have parents that did that, I think I've rebelled a bit from that. And I'm like, no, you're right about magnet power. I just think maybe a paracetamol might fix the issue right now.
Some heroin.
I really want to do ayahuasca, though. I really, really want to do ayahuasca.
You need a guide, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to just do it like on my own and Watford on a Tuesday.
Go to the vending machine.
I want to go to Peru, but did you hear about what happened? They found that body. Basically, you can go to set places where shamans do stuff.
Oh yeah.
And a tourist went missing, and they were like embarrassed that he died doing ayahuasca. They thought it's bad, so they buried his body. And they were like, we tried to cover it up. I was like, and that looks really bad too, to be fair. But I really do want to try. There might be like a safer way, but I did, when I was 30, I did MDMA in Disneyland in California, and it was a bad idea. I started crying in It's a Small World.
It's not a small world.
In a small world, I tried to get out of the boat to hug the Irish one. Security told me off. I inappropriately touched Pluto. It was not a good. It was not a good time. I should have done it in a safe house.
You're not a planet.
Literally crying like this world is fake. These people, they don't get out in real life.
Security. It used to be maybe it's still that the Disneyland has their own police force.
Yeah, I believe they do. I mean, they have a whole world, don't they?
Yeah.
But then if you get entry into the main one, you get entry into, is it called California Adventure Park?
Yes.
And that is insane. They've got a fake paraglide simulator where you go on it and there is a spray of breeze, there is the scent of rain. It is insane. It is insane. I feel like it's Total Recall Matrix. They plugged my head into it.
Less people go to that park.
Yeah, so the queues are less. So
yeah.
I loved it. And my friend was she was a Disney star, so we used to get free entry as well.
Wow.
Do you remember That's So Raven?
Pardon?
TV show That's So Raven?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was on that. She played one of the best friends, so she could get us free tickets, which were lovely. And we'd get to queue jump.
What about Universal? Have you gone there?
I did back in the day. I remember the Jaws
The
ride.
Jaws.
That's what everyone remembers. And King Kong had a ride. The E.T. bike. And E.T. knows your name.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Dane. I was like, oh, he knows me. He loves me.
And they have a Mario World thing.
Do that? I haven't been in years.
Yeah.
I remember they had the Psycho Hotel, didn't they?
Yeah.
That petrified me. Yeah. That was such a polite stabbing.
Thank you.
I'm going to kill you 6 to 7 times.
Lightly.
What about you? Where's your journey with comedy now? Take it over.
You've taken over the podcast.
I thought I was speaking about me so much. What's your journey? What are your future plans?
Well,
Discuss.
I wanted to do this podcast last year. I started because I was always waiting for roles and things like that and pitching projects, which I still am doing. Yeah. But I love doing this because it gives me proactivity.
You're such a good listener as well.
What?
You're so.
See what I did there? See?
What's your wife's story?
She's British.
What does she do? What did she do?
She used to do light entertainment, like Come Dine With Me, things like that.
Oh, my God, great.
So she would have to take the camera. And, the other one was 4 in a Bed or something.
I'm sure she's forced you to see it several times, that one of Come Dine With Me, where the man is a really sore loser.
Oh,
have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have a nice life now, actually, Karen. I watch it once a month. I bet you have a good Good connection. You seem like so interested in people, unless you're just faking it for this. Unless I just had you at butter and you were like, I can talk to that thing there. It's into butter.
No. I like doing it.
Yeah.
I like doing the podcast.
Well, come back on anytime.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. You're the best. Hi. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to tell you a little something about our merch. We do have merch, but for those of you who have never ordered before, we've got a special 10% discount if you do the promo code TalkBox10. That's right, TalkBox10 for 10% off. And it's a one-time deal only, okay? So you get your one time! Anyway, back to the show. Bye. Now, there is a section in the show.
Okay.
There's a set bit we do called Fill in the Blank.
That means something different in my community. But
So-
let's see how we've got wet wipes. Go.
No, it's just I write some questions
Oh, okay.
and you fill in the blank. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be funny, but it helps.
Okay.
The best way to unwind from doing comedy is blank.
A wank and a hot chocolate.
Wank it hot. That was so quick.
It's always my advice if someone's having a shit day, I said, "Hun, go home, have a wank, have a hot chocolate. Everything will be better." Not at the same time. That's
Yeah.
hazardous. Yeah.
Have you ever had s'mores?
Yeah. Hello. Look at me. Of course I have.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They are nice.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
too much.
I feel some of the things in America we hear so much, and then you try like a Twinkie, for
It's-
example.
yeah.
You're like, this is shit.
Yeah.
The s'mores are nice. I think you get very excited. I think your PR is very good.
Yeah.
S'mores are just okay.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
No,
Also, I grew up
think
with
so,
Indian
too.
sweets. Indian sweets are like they're the mutant X-Men of sweets. They're next level. They're so amazing.
Really?
Yeah, like there'll be like pistachio milk barfi or jalebis, which are this sticky sweet saffron deep fried. Oh, they all come with a backstory, and so they make all Western sweets look naff and rubbish.
Guys, try Indian sweets.
No.
No, listen to the rest of this. Blank was the last time I had to vomit.
Oh, I'm on Ozempic. I've got no gag reflex. That's an hourly. I can't trust a sneeze. I can't trust a
Really?
sneeze. I don't know what hole's gonna leak. It's like The Exorcist down there. Yeah. I'm getting better now because I've learned not to have a kebab at 1 a.m. on Ozempic. But I would say like a week ago I vomited.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently a curry late at night isn't good on Ozempic.
But do you not have the urge to eat late at night?
I can override the power of Ozempic. It's the challenge. It says to me, no, I can stop
That's
it.
like a superhero power.
Thank you. My power is I can override the very expensive drug that I'm paying for.
Faster than a speeding bullet. Can override Ozempic.
What a shit X-Man I would be. But vomiting on Ozempic is a different kind. It's a biblical vomit. You don't even really, it's over before you've begun discussing it. You're like, oh my God, what are you doing? And it's gone. It's a real kind of like how people do you remember Street Fighter 2? How the characters would vomit in that when you do a few punches.
Oh, yeah.
They would do this very quick lady vomit and there would be nothing left. You're like, did that even happen?
Meh.
Yeah. Compression. Yeah, that's when I last. So yeah, that's a weekly occurrence.
Okay.
And even when it happens, I'm like, no, protect the enamel on my teeth. Try and project it.
Oh, because the bile is
Yeah.
acidic.
So try and project it.
Yeah.
Nice.
3, if you gave me blank, I'd do a gig for free.
Ooh. A wank and a hot chocolate.
Okay. It doubles up.
It doubles up.
What is it about
Hot chocolate is my OnlyFans name. I think hot chocolate feels like a treat, doesn't it? And I'm not talking like a rubbish one that you just 2 spoons. I'm talking like all things with food. You start from scratch. You boil the milk, South American cocoa, some cinnamon, a little bit of chili, some jaggery Indian sugar.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we're going full on. We're not doing generic Watford-based hot chocolate. We're doing drama.
And you know Hot Chocolate was a band, too.
Yeah, oh my God.
I believe in miracles.
Did you do an accent halfway through?
Yeah.
What was I believe in miracles? It's the danga 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 danga.
Well, you know, when I first heard that song, I thought it was marigolds.
Oh, how funny. Because they had their time, then disappeared, and then Full Monty come out and they come back, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
And then it made them kind of big, yeah. Where
I
you
like
from?
that.
Yeah, I do too. They were good though, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't mean the band, I mean the drink.
4, I'm most recognized on the street for blank.
Well, what was my podcast, and now it's 8 out of 10 cats, I would say, although I'm often recognising the local Nando's for kicking up a fuss about some of the menu options. I'm the only person that orders the liver. The liver is lovely. Don't
There's
come for
liver?
me. There is liver. Yeah, the people judge me about it. It's lovely because South Americans eat a lot of liver, and Nando's is South African Portuguese, but it's big with the South American. It's amazing.
I've never been a liver fan.
No, that's where you've gone wrong.
Okay, I'll try
What
it.
about chopped liver? Cat's Deli?
It's no chopped liver.
It's it's lovely. No, I love offal. Obviously, not great for Ozempic. I found out the hard way, but yeah, that's normally what it's for. And sometimes, on occasion, it might be a wife who's angry because I've met her down low husband on Grindr. It could be that. But that's not my fight, Karen. So
Have you heard about the black card, the black Nando card?
yeah, I have. Yeah, I'd love one. I don't know. I don't think they still do it.
Oh, it's not.
I don't think they. I've not got one, but.
But if you had one, can you still use it?
Oh my God, if I had one. I like to think I'd feed the homeless, but I know it wouldn't be. I'd be there in the morning and be like, where's my breakfast liver? Do you know what I mean?
I bet Ian McKellen has one.
I bet. No, I think they go for like Love Island influencers and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what they have. Yeah. Just people pretending to eat the food with their nails and their
Do you
teeth.
think Josh Whitcomb has one?
He's veggie, so probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Blank is something I'm not supposed to do, but almost always do anyway.
I say what's on my mind. I say no matter what. I'll say the thing. I'll worry about it later. Always just yes and.
Consequences be damned.
Yeah, but do you know what? My gut is right, and my gut is good, and I'm often right. And I'll do anything for the joke.
Okay.
So she died, the 6-year-old girl. But you know what I made her funny. You know what I mean?
Plus, once you do it, you can always say, I'm a comic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a comic. Go home and have a hot chocolate and a wank.
It's
Gosh.
what I do, people.
But also, it's quite powerful for like saying the thing. You know, like you're not right today. What's on your mind? What's happening? Just brushing aside the polite formalities and saying the real thing. You know,
Yeah.
that's. I feel like.
Well, we'd all be a little bit better off if we did it.
No, you couldn't have everyone like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I think society would break down and everyone. I think you need a mixture. You also need the denial. People be like, I'm absolutely fine. I was like, okay, I was just asking because your face is falling off. I wasn't sure. But you need those denial ones as well.
You, pensioners, and bus
It's quite
drivers.
pension coded, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you today? Upset belly, haven't got long left, and I'm annoyed about immigration status right now. They just
Have a seat.
they say everything on their mind. You're like, oh wow, okay. But I like that. I think you know where you stand, especially when
yeah.
you're dating people. Like, if I was dating someone and I wasn't feeling it, I really clearly let them know.
Yeah.
You know, I say, so
That's
what I'm
good.
saying is no. It's several ways. As where people have this grey area.
How soon into the date, though?
The minute the wife comes home. I think,
Say you're at a restaurant,
yeah.
and then it's just not clicking.
Well, you don't do a food. I've learned you don't do a food date on the first time because then you're trapped with them.
Oh,
You're
right.
trapped with them. You do a drink with a possible excuse of why you have to leave. Because I've been trapped for a whole dinner with a mutant creature that looks like a government experiment before. Do you know what I mean?
Guys.
And I'm like, oh gosh, we're still on starters. This is ridiculous. So I just do a casual drink with a possible excuse, which you can then update.
That's good.
But I will. I've had a few situations where I've been like, I'm not really feeling it, sorry. And they're like, I just think, they've tried to convince me. I'm like,
No, you are feeling it.
yeah. And what I'm very much saying is no. So I feel like that's lovely when you're on a date because I've had other lads like, you know, they might ghost you or breadcrumb you and you're like, I just like to know where I stand. I'm busy, you know?
And has anybody ever done that to you on the date and you go, that's my thing?
I think a guy once, I'd barely sat down and he said, I'm not feeling it. And I was like, fucking hell. Just felt my gay force coming through the door. You were like, seen it? No.
I haven't even had hot chocolate yet. And a wank.
Well, no, that's not true. Because one of my little tips is you should always have a wank before a date so that you're not led by your pork sword. You know? Get all the desire
It's
out
like
of you.
don't shop hungry. Right?
I didn't know where you were going to go with chop. I was like, don't chop hungry. Oh, don't
Shop.
shop
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah.
Oh, I heard chop. Okay. Don't shop hungry. It's like that. It's the same thing. Okay. You say potato, I say potato.
Oh, sorry.
Don't have a wank
Shop,
before
yeah.
a date, because then you're just led by desire.
Okay, this
Led
is
by
all-
Desire, the new album by Dane Buckley. Yeah, don't shop hungry, don't have a wank before a date, and then after the date, have a wank and a hot chocolate. That's our tips for the public today.
Our final segment is plugs.
Ah.
What would you like to
Let-
plug?
Right.
You
Hair
do-
plugs or like... I am doing my debut show, Darling, at the Edinburgh Fringe, Bunker 1, 6 o'clock every single day in August. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to have great fun.
But buy the tickets now.
Buy them now.
Okay? Because if
Okay.
you go up there, it might be too late.
Yeah. Oh, yes. What he said. Yeah.
But how do they buy them?
They can buy them on the Fringe's official website. They can buy them on the Pleasance website. They can buy them on all my social
website.
media is Dane Comedian at Dane Comedian on every. Mainly Insta's my biggest thing, but mainly every. You'll see a link to my link tree. You can buy tickets for that and whips. I'm doing whips all around the country.
Whips.
A work
Whip
in
it
progress
good.
show. A work in progress show where I'm trying the show out. I'll be doing those all over the UK and Ireland. So yeah, that's good. And I do a podcast called Welcome to Hell. And yeah, you might see me at your local Nando's or on Regional Grinder. Thank you.
But the podcast is doing quite well.
Yeah, and also it's fun, right?
So we're going to cut that part out. Dane, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're
I had
the
a
best.
great time. I had a lovely time. Thank you for having me.
Hey, that was Dane Buckley. That was hilarious. Listen, if you'd like to support the show, please do so by becoming a Patreon member. Or if you'd like to donate some monies, buy me a coffee. And if you'd like to buy some merch, there's merchables. Yeah, it's all in my link tree in my profile, which you can see in the profile. So, bye. That's good. Rich Fulcher.
Rich Fulcher's Talk Box.